There we go. What's going on, y'all? You know it wouldn't be us without technical difficulty. So we got it in, I believe, y'all. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, there it is, and I'm watching it on my monitor right in front of me too. So I've muted that part of it, and I think that. Say it again. Oh yeah, I think. Okay. Well, let me just do a quick look here. Okay, I got you muted. So there, you are no longer muted. And let me see if I have myself muted. Yeah, me on the show. No, that's good. I'm muted. I'm not muted. So I think we can hear everything. Everybody can see everything. So I think that we are good. And if we're not, somebody tell me in the chat, and we will do that. We are, however, we are expecting Big O. He may have a couple of things going on. So we are expecting him. And everybody knows about the hurricane that came up through Texas. So we are not expecting Hey Girlfriend because of they still don't have power down there. And so I've hopefully she is staying cool and safe during this time. I did talk to her. I texted with her today. So she is actually doing okay, but she said, so the thing that she did say was, and if you are able to watch, thanks for watching, but don't waste your battery. I mean, I love to have you, but you understand what I'm saying. But she said that she had already lost food. They haven't had, power for a few days. So, so she said that the refrigerator is out, and then some of the grocery stores and stuff were closed, and so she's dealing with all of that, and if for whatever reason, yell at me in the chat if you need to, but I hope that you stay safe, and if I need to, I'll talk to you later.
Definitely.
All right, so I'm doing this whole dead time type of thing, hoping that Bill would say, "Oh, hey, I'm here," but he didn't. So since that's the case, then we'll just move on without him. We always start the same way, sir. How was your week so far?
So far, so good. Weekend was cool. Blew some stuff up last week, so doing good.
So did y'all? So what did you do for the 4th? I mean, I know you listened to the, but what did you?
I was at? Went by my father's house, Pop's house. He barbecued a little bit. We hung out with the family, and then that evening blew some stuff up. Didn't blow anything up, just shot off a few fireworks.
Yeah. Okay, today is also my sister-in-law's birthday. So happy birthday to you. Right when we were coming on the air, they do a family call, and so they were singing happy birthday to her, if anybody heard any of that in the background. And they actually, it's kind of cool, they do family call every week. Like every Sunday, they all get on like FaceTime and talk for about an hour or so, which is
That's
really cool.
yeah.
As a as a family, as families go. And to my family, Dad, thanks for watching. Love you. That kind of deal. Because he and I don't talk as often as we used to. I guess I got to fix that. So, uh, but he is a devoted viewer of our program, and so yeah. So I forgot to let everybody know that we were going to be off last week because of the 4th of July holiday. It's just like let's give give us a break and be able for people to go and enjoy and do what they want to do. Even though I actually had to work the day after the 4th of July. It wasn't horrible though. The thing about it was I was like, the worst thing about working the day after a holiday like that was just going to work. The work was fine. Once you're there, you're just doing the job and then you come home. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I actually, for the 4th of July, didn't do anything. Didn't go anywhere. I don't think I got dressed outside of my, pajamas or whatever. I said, I don't think I left the house. I don't think I opened the door. Now the kids are here, so they took the dogs out. They did all of those things. I didn't do any of those things, and I enjoyed myself. So
yeah, it sounded like my Saturday. I did nothing on Saturday.
So it was a good day. I think I listened to some fireworks outside around here, but other than that, not much. I don't. The only thing that I think I don't know. I don't remember what we ate, and I don't know that we actually ate anything big. We didn't like grill. I know I texted all of you guys to see what you guys were eating.
Yeah.
And I honestly think you were the only person who actually had food on the grill.
Yeah, we'll have some fries and wait, he said ribs, didn't he?
Yeah, but what he was saying was he was at Chili's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was at Chili's. So I don't know. But as far as my week goes, I mean, things are going good. Work is work, it is what it is. Oh yeah, by the way, and I know I'm looking around. So now, and I'm gonna send you guys. I'm gonna take a picture of this. My desk is a mess, but I'm gonna take a picture of it.
See mine.
and send it to y'all so you can see my setup. But it's like, so now I have like 3 screens in front of me, and right here, like right there, is a television basically, and it's like a Roku or whatever on it, so that I have YouTube pulled up so I can actually watch the thing right there in front of me, so that I'm trying to look more into the camera. That camera's like right there, but I'm monitoring all the stuff all the time, so I'm always sort of looking off to the side. But I'm trying to be better. So there's the the peek behind the curtain a little bit. But yeah, they're decent sized TVs. If my wife would allow it, I would actually probably hang one of these. I'd hang this thing right here on the wall, but I think she'd have a fit if I did that. She's like this is very much a temporary setup. It's like, yeah, don't get too comfortable. So, but all right. So we I got a few topics, and we had talked about the one. We were sort of talking about the one offline before we came on live. And so let's hit that one first. I think that's probably the touchy, the one everybody's got opinion about for sure, even if you're a fan of sports or not. And that is the WNBA Rookie of the Year conversation. So we know this is really, I mean, this is, man, hold on, man. I look so, now I'm looking at myself on this other screen. And it's like, dude, I gotta change the settings. I can't not do it. But we know that this is a deal between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. I mean, that's it. It's just them two. And I mean, let's see. I think it's the shadow of me leaning back. That's what my problem is. But whatever. So what are your thoughts? I know that you were looking at some stats. Was open.
Yeah, but I mean, just an off question, like who else would be in the race for Rookie of the Year? Like what other rookies are actually out there balling? I haven't seen that many games. My wife has become a fan of the WNBA since the past couple seasons. She was a big LSU following their team so she kind of likes Angel Reese, but she's first and foremost an Atlanta fan, so she always goes after whatever team comes out of Atlanta. So she roots for the Dream. But whenever Angel Reese plays, she likes to follow her. So just because she was a LSU fan of the basketball team.
I have not heard anything about any of the other rookies.
Yeah, that's just it.
So it's, like I said, it's a.
Is it just a propaganda, or none of them are actually doing anything?
I'm going to go with these are just the two stars. Because here's the thing. One of the people that I was actually looking forward to seeing, and admittedly I haven't really watched. I think maybe I've seen like one game.
Okay.
But is Cardoso. I thought, and she's also on Chicago Sky.
Yeah, she plays with Reese.
And yeah, but I was expecting that she would be like just killing it.
I thought so too.
I didn't, but she's not. And to be honest, I don't think she's starting. I think, she's coming off the bench. She's playing a few minutes.
I think at one point she was injured though.
Yeah, and that may be what this whole deal is for her.
Yeah,
is that there's an injury and she can't be out there like she does. But I've seen her. Don't get me wrong. I have seen her on the floor, and I mean, she's a big girl, man. I mean,
she is,
and not a bad thing. It's just, she should be banging around.
You think so?
I think
she's a step slow though, in my opinion.
Well, what I was thinking that they were trying to do is Twin Towers. They got Reese and they got her, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna have the Chicago version of the Twin Towers from the San Antonio. And so that's what I thought it was going to be. But outside of that, I mean, like you said, we had talked about some of the stats. I mean, Angel Reese has this double-double streak going.
Right.
She's at 13 games now. I don't know if they play tonight or not. But the thing is the way she's playing, there's no reason to believe that this it's going to stop really anytime soon, unless people are just like, you know what, we're just not going to let it happen.
Right. Just take her out of the game, make everybody else beat us.
Because for her, she's banging around on the boards. So to get 10 points, garbage points, whatever you want to call it, but you cleaning the board and you put it back up. I mean, she'll get 10 points easy.
Right.
And she's going to go to the line. So the points will be easy. And the way she's playing, how you going to stop these rebounds? I mean,
she is hustling.
I don't know. So this streak could be going on for a minute. So I do like that. But of course, Clark just got a couple of weeks ago, she got the triple-double.
Right. First by a rookie.
And So, I mean, with that, I mean, they're records, right? It's all records. But the problem I have, both of them are good records, right?
Mhm.
They're good records. But they play different positions.
Right.
So, Angel Reese isn't going to be, coming down and dishing the ball off to
Right.
somebody. She does what she does. She bangs, grabs the rebound, puts it back up. I mean, that's what she does.
Right.
And Clark, I mean, she's a shooter.
Exactly.
I mean that's her world.
Exactly.
She's got all the records for that, and I'm pretty sure that looks like she's going to start setting some now. I mean, she started off slow,
Right.
but she's cranking it up right now. And I mean, and the position that she plays is the position of, again, I mean, not downplaying doubles, but I mean, 10 points is doubles.
Right.
So, she's going to get 10 points. And then now it is, to me, it is impressive to get the assist. I feel like the thing about being able to find your teammate when they are open and ready to make a shot, not just shoot one, make a shot.
Right.
There's a skill in that that I really appreciate. Like I like assist. I like passing. If I can see a good pass, I geek out about passes. And then she's getting points, assist, and steals. No, it wasn't steals. What was the?
I think she got rebounds when she got the triple
rebounds. So she's getting, and I guess that triple double is good for her because she doesn't bang on the boards and whatnot. Right. And I mean, we've seen her unfortunately hit the ground a few times. So we know. I mean, she's not like stout or anything. She's she's more built for speed. And so that's impressive too. One of the things that I actually heard, which I know would just upset a lot of people, is the idea of the co-rookies.
Co-rookies. I knew he was going to say that.
Of the year.
Yeah, that would. I could see them doing that just to appease everybody, I guess would be the easiest way to say it. But don't do that. just give it to one or the other. If it's Caitlin, it's Caitlin. It's Angel, whichever. But I mean, it's kind of hard to say who's actually leading right now because, like I said, we was looking at the stats earlier, and like as far as points, like Caitlin, she's a scorer, so I expect her to be leading as far as scoring. Rebounds, of course, is Angel because, like I said, she bangs, so she will be leading in that. And then assists, I mean, Caitlin's a guard, so you expect her to get the assists. So, I mean, it's going to come down to like just, I guess, which one is doing their individual thing better. So Caitlin assists or Angel rebounding. But like I said, if Caitlin starts knocking out more triple doubles, I think she's going to get the edge.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I was just about to say too. I was like, I think if she gets a couple more triple doubles, it's going to be a wrap.
All right.
Because that, like you said, that is that's impressive. It just is. Triple double, period.
Right.
Is impressive. Triple double by a rookie when it's never happened before, and you get multiple. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I agree with you also about the idea of not doing the MVPs. I think somebody said that when it happened before in the NBA, it was Grant Hill and Jason Kidd got co-rookies of the year. Long time ago, because Jason Kidd is now the coach,
right,
of the Dallas Mavericks. But but yeah, so I'm just like, I do want them to go ahead and just have the discussion. You know what I'm saying? Let it be a thing.
Right.
Just let it be a thing, because if we want this Caitlyn Reese thing to be a rivalry like that, then
Which I think is good.
yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We need some dividing points, right? Because you don't want to, yeah, let's say Clark won Rookie of the Year, and then they say, well, Reese won the rebound title, whatever. I don't know, whatever I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'll just be able to go back and forth. And this is, I mean, like I said, this is going to be to have a nice rivalry like that would be really good for the sport, I believe.
I think so.
So okay. So all that being said, you got to vote. Who would you today? Well, let's just go with today. Let's go with
today. It'd be Reese. There's no question. It'd be Reese. Yeah.
Those 13 games. Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I like Reese right now, but like I said, I think that if we get a couple more of these triple doubles, or even close to it,
right?
Like the one thing that I feel like Reese may sort of have going for her, and I know not Reese Clark, and I know she's got all kind of stuff going for her. Don't get me wrong, but she started out slow,
right,
and she's ramping up. Like, it looks, or the story becomes, she is the game. They say the game is slowing down for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of a thing ends up being a good story. You know what I'm saying? Where Reese has been Reese,
right?
Just like when she finished at LSU, you know what I mean? She was doing what she was doing, and she's just been doing.
Right. Yeah, she caught her stride a lot earlier than Caitlyn did.
Yeah. So, but I agree. I think right now Reese is would be the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, like you said, it's just because Caitlyn got off to a slow start.
Yep, I do think that. Okay, so one of the we both agree Reese Rookie of the Year.
As of now, yeah.
For right now. But another sort of little topic question. I thought about. Well, I heard somebody talking about it, and then I sort of thought about it. Like, is will Dak Prescott be with the Dallas Cowboys after next season?
That's a good question. Because, okay, well, I'll tell you what I told friends of mine that are Cowboys fans. I said they should let him go and see what they have in Trey. That's me personally.
Okay.
Now, will they do that? Probably not. They will probably keep Dak.
Yeah, see, I heard your phone. I saw mine.
So that must be or
yeah, it is. No, he will not.
No, he will not.
Oh, he's answering the question.
No, he will not. Okay.
Oh, you don't. What do you mean you don't have the link? Which? Okay. I will. Let me just. I'm going to email you the link. I'm going to email the link to you. So here's my. You said they should let him go.
They should, but I don't think they will. And I think he'll probably take a discount to keep everybody. Well, not everybody, but keep the other people they're trying to pay. That's what I think will happen. It won't be a big discount. He's still going to make like 50, low 50s.
You think he'll go with the? Well, here was the other thing that they were saying too.
High 40s.
What they were talking about this morning. Hold up, I can't see my keyboard with this microphone in my face. All right. Okay, Big O, I just emailed you the link. I emailed you the link. But what part of the question that they were saying? So let me say this first. I don't believe he'll be there. I think that he's going to be upset that he didn't hit his contract now, and because he's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. He can just walk. He can go anywhere. And the thing is that could you imagine Dak Prescott in New Orleans?
They'd be a little better.
That would be. I could see that. But then, the same thing with that is
in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is that if he has a halfway decent season, just halfway
decent seasons.
He's
the playoffs is the problem.
Right, exactly. But he's going to. He's going to. People are just going to, throw the buckets at him. He's going to be able to pick and choose where he wants to go, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be upset with Dallas for making him prove that he needs. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to be in his feelings a little bit. That's my take on it. That's what I think. I think he's going to be in his feelings about it, and instead, because the other thing that people were saying was well, what if Dallas wins the Super Bowl? Would he leave? Would Jerry let him leave? Well, here's the thing. What the highest paid quarterback right now is making, what is it, 58 or something?
Is it that high?
Who got the last deal?
Who was it?
What was it? The kid, the Chargers?
Goff, or was it?
No, not Goff. The
No, I know you meant Herbert, but I thought Goff
did it?
I know Goff got a deal recently. Who was it? There was somebody else. Trevor Lawrence.
Yes. Yeah. What did he get?
Too much, but got like 200 and something million. Hold on.
I got all these little windows open.
So yeah, 275 million, 5 years.
275 million. I don't know what that equates to on the. What?
5 years, 275. That's 50.
Oh man,
it's about 53, 52. I'm just doing an average.
53, 52. So okay. But that being said, then did Big O, did he send another text or something? Was he able to get it? Okay, he says okay. So he's probably still messing around. He was telling me earlier he was having problems with his computer. So
okay.
Sorry, excuse that. Let me grab some water. But basically, that would be like the 50s.
Yep, definitely 50s.
So you would think that if he won the Super Bowl, to me, the whole thing for me is that I feel like he's just going to be in his feelings about it. I believe he's going to be upset that they made him prove it. I don't think he's going to like that. And so even if he wins the Super Bowl, it's like, I told you. And now
Right.
I'm going to go. He's like, I told you, you should have paid me, and now I'm gonna go play for the Giants. You know what I mean?
He could do that.
I'm gonna go up to New York, and then I'm gonna win one with him too. We could have had 2 or 3 down here, but
Right.
I'm gonna go win one with them too. I'm gonna win one, in Eli's house. So I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and look, all of the Cowboys fans, I don't believe that the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl. I don't believe it. Now this is another little exercise that I did, and it was funny because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it. And I was like, hey, who would you just say is going to win the Super Bowl, right? And it's like, I mean, it's a loaded question, right? It's like, I don't know. But then I just sat down and I went through each division and just picked who was going to win each division. By doing that, you're halfway there. It's like you got it. So I'm gonna read you. Let's go through it a little bit. So, what is this? What is he saying? You can't say that. Oh,
that was an if.
He can say that. Big O says he can't say that he hasn't won one yet. Well, it's an if. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't believe that Dallas is going to win the Super Bowl. I don't. But if we start in you know what? No, I won't pull them up. It's okay. If starting with the AFC East, so that's Buffalo Bills, the Patriots, the Jets, and Miami. Who you got? Just if you had to pick,
I would probably, if I had to pick one right now, I'd probably say Miami.
You say Miami, okay? I say Buffalo, but okay. I'm gonna write you down. I am gonna write you down, but I have the Bills, and don't get me wrong. I think. All right, so then we got AFC North. That's Baltimore, Cleveland,
Cincy,
Cincinnati,
and the Steelers.
And the Steelers.
Probably Baltimore.
Well, yeah, I got Baltimore. I am, I'm honestly so geeked up about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. I really believe this is going to be a nice tandem. And I mean, like I said, am I happy that Derrick Henry left Tennessee? Yes and no. It's like as a Titan, they were so focused on him. They weren't really they did get D-Hop and stuff like that, but they were so focused on him. So they couldn't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So he became the focal point of the offense.
Right.
So they could stack the box, do whatever, blah, blah, blah. But in Baltimore, you can't stack the box against Baltimore. And I actually read today that Baltimore's offensive line, I think, is ranked 8th in the league or something like that. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure Tennessee's was like, 30.
Right.
So he's got a top 10 offensive line. He's got a legit running quarterback who can legitly pass the ball because he's got people to get it to.
Yep.
and then you throw Derrick Henry in the backfield. You probably add about 2 more years to this dude's career.
Right.
Because, and they still have Justice Hill as a change of pace, of course, and that's cool. But man, I'm just like, dude, I am, and I guess what the first game of the season is Kansas City, Baltimore. So
Yes.
I'm getting, it's like, in the words of T.O., I'm getting my popcorn ready. Shoot. Okay, but I have the Ravens in that division too. Okay, we got to talk about it. AFC South, and that's our division. So
the Colts or the Texans.
Colts, Texans, Tennessee, Jacksonville.
I'll give Texans the edge.
Yeah, I picked the Texans. That's what I picked too. I figured the Texans are going to do it. And then AFC West. That is the Raiders, the Chiefs, and then I don't even need to say anything else, right? I mean,
Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, and I always forget the fourth one. Denver, yeah. And it's the Chiefs.
And it's the Chiefs. I mean, it's the Chiefs. So there you go. Like in the AFC right now, you got the Chiefs, the Texans, the Ravens, Bills, or Dolphins, right? So, I mean, just looking at that, it's like, man, I mean, it can be a good playoff, but I mean, like I said, we're halfway there. So let's go through the NFC, and then we'll come back to it. So NFC East, Cowboys, the Eagles, the Commanders,
and the Giants. That is the Eagles.
Eagles, yes, that's who I have as well. Here's one that I think might be a little difficult. NFC North. You got Detroit, you got Minnesota, you got Chicago, and then you got Green Bay.
I will say that is tough. Probably the Lions.
Okay. Well, we're on the same page because I picked the Lions. So I did. I have the Lions written down here. So we're good there. NFC South.
That's the one that's difficult.
You mean somebody's got to win? Yes, someone has to.
That's a toss-up.
You got Tampa, the Saints,
Falcons,
the Saints, and then the Panthers.
I will say the Falcons.
Yes, that's exactly who I had to. I have the Falcons. And then, of course, the NFC West. Yeah, Seattle, Chargers. Well, not the Chargers.
Seattle, Rams,
49ers,
Arizona, and 49ers.
Who's the other one?
Rams.
Rams, okay. And I assume 49ers. Yes, 49ers. Yeah. So that, I think the only division in the NFC that's a little weird is the North. Like, it's like, what are we looking at with Green Bay? And because if I didn't pick the Lions, I would pick Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah.
But, like, I was all in today on all of the stuff I wanted to talk about. But the thing was I was looking at Chicago's roster, and I'm like, was the rookie wide receiver? Was it Romeo? Was his name? Doomsday?
You mean, yeah, and Doomsday.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I was looking at him, and then Keenan Allen, and then DJ Moore, and I'm like, man, it's like these guys could do some things if Caleb Williams is just decent. Yeah. Like, we just throw that word around, but seriously, I mean, if he didn't have to be spectacular, and he's got, I mean, they say could be spectacular. But
Yeah.
if he's just the quote unquote game manager,
Right.
they still could be awesome. I mean, they can be awesome. So that's a you sort of think about that. It's like, I don't know. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? What is he going to do? So, Big O. Hold up, man. Let me get you in. Can you hear us, man? Because I can't hear you. Oh, yeah, there you go.
There he is.
I can hear you, but let's make sure everybody else can hear you. Let me pop you in. He had to get in and we started talking about these quarterbacks and stuff. He was like, y'all ain't gonna move.
I was trying to get in. I was like, hold the fuck. I mean, hold up. Yeah, all right. Because I was like, oh, ain't no way in the world. Prescott, this, whatever. That is Cowboy quarterback. He's not gonna win a.
They're not winning the Super Bowl.
He's not gonna win the Super Bowl before it's time for him to leave. And yes, it's time for him to go. I mean, he ain't done nothing all this time. He's not going to New Orleans and no Vegas because my boy is in New Orleans.
Derek Carr. He's not doing anything there either.
Huh?
Derek Carr. He's not doing anything there either.
Yeah, well, he might. You never know. I don't want him to go. I mean, not to knock
about not doing any better than Dak.
I'm thinking, I can see New Orleans. I actually can. Now I know Derek Carr. I know your boy is insane down there with the Saints, but
and Vegas too.
So who's the quarterback in Vegas right
now? Exactly. It'll be Dak next year.
They got two quarterbacks. They got three.
Minshew and
start with C-O-L-L.
Core Collar something.
Yeah. But
exactly.
Yeah, but that's the point, right?
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
it'll be Dak next year.
Nah.
Hold on.
We don't want his. We don't want him.
Hold up. Let me see, can I pull this up right quick?
Huh?
Y'all keep talking. I'm trying to pull something up.
We don't want him. I was like, I couldn't hurry up. I was trying my best to get on. So everything. I don't know who came here and unhooked my shit.
Hey, you know who it did.
Everything. Cameras unhooked, the mic's unhooked, everything was unhooked. Ever since I got the new desk put in, and then I was told not to touch nothing else. So I was like, hold up. So I just
said O'Connell.
You said you couldn't touch anything else?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Hand up stuff. And then it's just a bunch of stuff over here like, what is all this mess?
Oh man.
I mean, start teaching CPR. So I think she just got all these books and pamphlets and OC don't touch nothing.
Okay.
Aiden O'Connell, that's the quarterback.
What'd you say?
Aiden O'Connell,
yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Let me go.
And he will probably be the starter over Gardner Minshew.
Switch up a little bit. And
he might.
Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so that was another thing. I mean, just looking at, another thing that I was sort of thinking, just questioning is wide receiver groupings or whatever.
What's this?
Oh, I just went to your depth chart. That's all. I moved you guys around the screen.
Okay.
So I think you're top right. Oh man, hold on a second.
Josh Allen is the top quarterback. Dak Prescott. Quarterbacks, they say they throw passes.
I need to hold on a second. I need to adjust. Oh my God, down there. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was just looking at some stuff, but I was just thinking about just different wide receiver grouping because, well, I was thinking about fantasy football again, and I was like, man, the wide receiver pool is in my head at that time. I was thinking it was huge, but after
Just by talent, yes.
Yeah, after sitting down and going through each and every team I actually did, I went through each and every team. The thing that I thought about was it's not as deep as you said. Like one of the big teams was Houston, where Houston's got. I guess I pulled this thing up like this so that I could just go from team to team. But I guess
Houston's
I can't do it as easily as I thought I could.
Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and the Texans.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that just got Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, so there it is. So yeah, but the thing about that is that with them, when you have this big group of guys like that, for fantasy purposes, not just the game, right. The question becomes, who do you pick? Like, like these guys, because I, they got Noah Brown too, right? It's like he was decent last year, but all of these guys, and don't forget, Schultz.
Who can you pick?
Yeah, like but that becomes a question because the thing is that, it's like I assume draft wise, just in the draft, Noah Brown probably goes undrafted, right? I mean, yeah. I think Diggs definitely gets drafted. I think Collins gets drafted.
Probably.
And I actually also think
probably later rounds
too. But yeah, it'll be a later round. And I guess the other part of that is that you would we'll hear more closer to the beginning of the season about who's going to be number one, who's going to be number two, things like that. Because, like I said, we know Diggs is number one. But the difference between Collins and Tank Dell is going to be one of those, who do I take first? Oh, okay. And who do I just hold off? Big O, your boy, Aaron Rodgers, was what I saw a glimpse of, they were saying, could he be a bust this year? How do you feel about that, sir?
I don't know. I really put a lot of thought into it. I'm jumping on it like I was last year. Not feeling it like that. I'm researching him now.
I don't know. I think I think about my own team in the Titans. They have Hopkins, Boyd, Ridley, good wide receivers, all dependent on whether or not Will Levis can deliver the ball. I mean, that's, and whether or not that offensive line can hold up. I mean, because we go through this every year. Actually, I'm gonna send us back to my regular show. This thing is too much. It's too this screen is just too white for me sitting here in front of my face like that. But the thing was that it's like there are some of these teams that have a good group of guys, but you just don't know who to pick. I mean, I think about Green Bay, and I saw this crap written down. Let's see, what page is Green Bay on?
What?
I'm looking at Green Bay's depth chart now. On my sheets of paper.
Sheets.
You talking about their depth chart? I mean, their receivers.
Their wide receiver core.
Let's see. Yeah.
Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what page I'm on.
Dobson.
Oh, here we go. Packers. Watson. Reed. Watson, Reed, Dobbs, and tight end, they got Musgrave. But the thing about that is, again, trying to figure out what Love is going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. And it's way too early to be having these kind of fits, but yeah, I enjoy it. I like it. Because at some point we're gonna probably, and Dreadful, you're more of a defensive coordinator type of guy, so I'll have to leave that to you. But we have to rank the defenses, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think one of the teams wide receiver wise that I'm looking forward to is Chicago. I want to see how Chicago runs. I want to see what Caleb Williams is going to do. So I'm very interested there. I'm also very interested in Atlanta because the thing with Atlanta is that they have Kirk Cousins is there now, and right. How many years have you drafted Drake London and Kyle Pitts just to be disappointed, over and over again? So now we're like, okay, good. We had I'll call him capable quarterback. So things should be better.
Right.
And they got a run game. So, I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it sounds like you're getting all choked up now.
Huh?
I see. It's like you're all choked up now.
I am, dude. I'm telling you, it's just crazy to think about these guys. Now, here's something that was interesting though too, like with the Lions, and I really only looked at. I didn't necessarily look at or take into consideration running backs, just pass catchers, really. And with the Lions, you got St. Brown and then Laporta. But the question, though, is Khalif Raymond and Jameson Williams. Now, Jameson Williams, I had last year in your league, Dreadful. And he sat on my bench, and your bench is, 4 players deep?
Yeah.
I held on to him as long as I could because I think he started the season, he was suspended.
Yeah, I think so.
For me, he never panned out. He absolutely never panned out for me last season. However, this is a new season. He is supposedly a good wide receiver. So,
who you say?
Jameson Williams, Detroit Lions.
I'm looking at him on there.
Yep. And so I jotted his name down but I just put a question mark next to it. I'm like, I don't know if he's this season, if he's a draftable guy. So
Jordan Williams. Let me write this down.
Jameson.
Look, let me write this down so I won't forget.
But and don't get me wrong, that's exactly what I got. I got a note. I got all my notes here. I don't have my book. I didn't, when I was going through this, I didn't have my book with me, and I was like, oh, I can't put it in my book. But I don't know. I'm just, I'm thinking that this is not, I think like when you think about the draft, like when we're going to be drafting for fantasy, I don't know that, especially in the early rounds, first, 3-4 rounds. I don't think either Raymond or Williams gets picked up at all. I mean, they become filler. It's just like, you know what, this is a guy that I need to round out my roster. So, I guess it depends on the league, though. I'm thinking to myself, I'm talking to myself in my head, because I was about to say the no-nos, right? The no-nos are, I can't draft 2 wide receivers from the same team, right?
Why?
Yeah.
So, because now, I don't know. I'd have to be convinced.
They good. You can, but they got to be good because you're gonna split your numbers.
Right. Exactly. That's the
split your numbers that way, but only if they're 2 good guys, 2 good.
So here's the thing. So I think the only pair that I could see people drafting and playing is Waddle and Hill, right? Waddle and Hill. If you, I mean, at least based on last year's numbers, not this coming season. Because I'm gonna tell you something else that I ran across, and it's the craziest thing to me. But they said Dolphins need to trade Tyreek Hill. It's like, what? But what they were concerned about, and I don't know when his contract is up, but the thing is that if they pay Tua, they already pay Waddle, and I mean you can't afford to pay him also, and have a team,
right?
So they've already made. I mean, they have not yet made the commitment to Tua, but you got to believe that they're going to keep him, right? I mean, if they weren't going to keep him, wouldn't they have gotten rid of him already?
They might be playing the game.
That too.
I don't know. So here's the question: do y'all feel like Tua is worth the big money contract? Is he worth the 50 mil a year that everybody's getting right now? No.
Lawrence wasn't worth it, but they paid him. So
you said who wasn't worth it? Trevor Lawrence.
I don't think he's worth it at the time either, but you have to pay for what's available. So
yeah. Got to stay in the market. Oh man, I'm sorry, yo. Oh, man.
What time you get started this morning?
Dude, I get. You know what? Here's the thing. Every morning, I got 2 alarms. 5 o'clock.
Just 2?
Yeah, that's it. I got a 5 o'clock. That's the, hey, guess what? It's getting to be that time. And then it goes off. I turn that off completely. No snooze. And then 5:15. and at 5:15, get up. I turn that off. I'm up. I got to get up, and that's.
I wish I could operate off 2 alarms.
Huh?
I wish I could operate off 2 alarms. I got 4 alarms. 4 alarms getting up, and 1 going out the door.
Hey, you say 1 to go out the door?
Yeah. And then 7 o'clock, 1 is out the door. You know what I'm saying?
I do have 2. I have 2 for going out the door. Don't get me wrong. I think just in case, I do have those. I got, but I have one that basically it's my Alexa or whatever, and it usually it goes off. I want to say what 6:28 or something like that, and it actually starts on ESPN radio for me.
I'm
So,
gonna, since we've been in this house, I haven't even hooked Alexa up. I haven't even hooked her up in the bedroom because she used to talk, and I was like, "Who are you talking to?" I mean, talk. And like, ain't nobody even talking to her, and she just going off. You know,
there were people who were saying that a lot with Alexa and stuff like that.
yeah, she was telling me when to take a bath. So I was like, "What? You know what time I take a bath?" You know, and it'd be late in the evening when she say it. I'm like, dang.
It's something about those things, but they're always listening.
Yep.
They're always listening.
Yeah, they're always listening.
I believe they are.
Huh?
I believe they are.
Oh, I know they are. I mean, because you call out their name. I mean, that's the part of the thing. So they definitely have to be listening to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny though.
Exactly.
Again, I am not necessarily, and I say necessarily, I'm not the iPhone guy. So, but I know, like my son says, he has problems sometimes. He'll be just talking, and then all of a sudden, the S woman will just start calling people. Just start calling folks, and it's like, man, I didn't ask you to call anybody. So, I don't know. Like, but Samsung's got like a couple of things on here where I think they're deals like that. Where because I've never used. I think they have like Bixby or something too. I've never used it. I've absolutely never used it.
Not me either.
But I don't know. Are you a Samsung guy or Apple guy? You're Samsung. Big O. Apple. Yeah, see, Apple. Where not to ask too many questions, but which Samsung you got now?
It's an older Note.
Note. Yeah, I got it. I have the Note 9. Oh, you know what? Let me show you all this. Let me see if I can get this up here. Because I don't know if you can.
I'm looking for a phone right now.
Of course, this is my beat up case, but I don't know if you guys can see the camera.
Same thing.
Oh, is yours cracked and busted?
Oh, it's not cracked. No.
No, that I don't know if you can see the glass over my camera is all broken. It's I mean, it's the craziest thing. I have no clue what happened, but it's all busted up. I feel like I had that one. I used to. What is that? Is that the 5?
Oh, I got the same one you got.
Oh, is that the 9?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just you got a nicer.
Marvin on the back.
It's not in the case, right?
Marvin.
Is that a case?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Marvin Harrison.
I can't see anything. Can see nothing. But yeah, I mean, my wife told me I had to get the 9 when I bought it because it was like a year.
Brand new. If I take it out, it's brand new. It's just the guts ain't no good.
Yeah, you were telling me that earlier.
Yep. I can't talk on it or none of that.
Well, here's the thing, and Samsung, if you would like to send me one, I will gladly take it. But I am actually thinking about the Z Fold.
The one that folds?
Yeah, the one that folds. I'm just like, man, I want something new, something different, and I'm on my phone a lot. So the fact that it folds scares me. Right? I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most.
I've seen it.
Is that fold?
They look pretty sturdy.
You say it looks. See, but and as I stutter over this, the thing that happened to me before with a Samsung product, and don't get me wrong, this was like, I don't know, 2009. Sure, it was a very long time ago. But I had, one of these early phones, and then I had a problem with the screen. Like the little whatever deal started falling off or whatever. And so the screen wouldn't work in that spot. And so what I'm thinking is that with that fold, if you fold something enough time, if I take a sheet of paper and I fold it and straighten it out and fold it and straighten it out, eventually I get a hole right there.
Yeah.
How do I? Because I mean,
it's metal.
Yeah. But I mean, you see, I mean, like I said, I got a Note 9. I keep a phone forever. I don't really
Me too.
change phones over and over again.
3 years now.
Yeah.
It's 11 Pro Max. So it's time to upgrade.
It's time for it.
Yeah, I got 11 Pro Max and they're on what? 16, 15, 16 right now?
I don't know. I have no clue. It's whatever. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, you're right. It is like that, man. Because I remember when I bought we got the kids' phones, and I think they got like either 11s or 12s or something crazy like that. And I was like, how are we buying them better phone than I got? It's like, come on. But, and of course, I don't know what my wife has, but I'm sure she has whatever was at the time was the latest too.
Yeah.
But I think she gets hers from like work though. So.
Okay.
Well, I will be getting me a new phone in the next. It might be tomorrow.
Well, here's the thing. For me, I'm thinking about the Fold, but the Fold 6, which is the newest one, was just introduced on. Actually, it was introduced today. They had their show and tell thing today, but I don't think it's supposed to be available until like August.
I don't know. I think I got to stay with Apple though.
Yeah, I can't do it. I just can't. I can't go Apple. I can't do it. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I like the iPad, but I mean, which I know is just a big version of the phone, but I can't get with the phone. The thing is I'm always dorking around on my phone, and I find the iPhone hard to maneuver around. Whereas, I've been with Samsung for so long, it just seems easier.
I've been with Apple since what was it, BlackBerry? My last phone was a BlackBerry. So.
But that was what was it? The thing that I don't like. The thing that I don't like about Apple is iTunes. I don't like that you have to go through iTunes to do stuff.
Only got the free ones.
But the thing is like what I like is like I can take a USB cord, hook my phone up, and plug it into my computer, and I can drag and drop all the music that I want onto my phone, and it plays just fine. Like there is no glitch, there's nothing. Or if I got a ton of pictures and I want to put it on a jump drive somewhere, just plug it up, highlight it all, move it over, and then it's all done.
About with your phone you got now,
Say that again.
with the phone you have now.
Yeah, I mean, all Samsungs are like that. All Samsungs are like that. But and the thing is that the argument with Apple products, people are like, dude, don't you have a Mac? No, I don't have a Mac, and I'm not getting a Mac. It's an Apple product, so I'm not getting a Mac. Because it's like, oh, if you had a Mac, then you could do the exact same thing. Yeah, but I'd have to have a Mac. And
Right.
Macs are extremely expensive.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, I don't know if I don't think my daughter has one, but I think she wants one.
Yeah.
So
Well, one of my nieces came to me and asked that I want to help donate. That I want to donate a Mac.
you need to raise money to get one of them things, dude. Man.
I have an off-market pad, which I don't even use.
Oh, dude, I am the king of off-brand tablets. And this one is actually broken too. This the screen on that, there it is, right there.
Yes.
Now,
Nice.
and I'll tell the story how that broke. And I was actually at my pop's house when this happened. I had set this thing on the charger and forgot that it was on the charger. And so I used the same charger for my phone. So I was laying across the bed and I saw the charger, the cable standing there. So I pulled the cable and off the nightstand came the tablet, hit the ground, and was like, wow. But I'm not on it often. I mean, I use it here and there, which again is one of those reasons why I was thinking about getting that Z Fold. It's a small tablet. I mean, really. And so, I don't know. My brother-in-law clowns me all the time. He's like, why do you still need a note? And I was like, dude, I need the stylus. It's like, you still use the stylus? It's like, I use it like nearly every day.
Yeah.
I mean, when I am at work and I got to write something down real quick, right there on the phone.
Yep.
Save the note. You don't even have to turn the phone on to use it. You just take the pen out and start writing on the screen.
Yep.
So it's great for that. I mean, I love it for that. And again, Samsung, if you're out there, I would take all products. If you need me to put them up or whatever, we can have that conversation. I would gladly do that. Say that again.
You just did.
I did. That's right. So show improved right there. But yeah, I don't know. I had this whole list of guys, all these wide receivers. We're gonna at some point, I guess we're gonna have to talk about this. Just to talk about some background stuff. You guys are gonna be available this weekend so that we might trial some stuff with this software.
Yeah. I should be available Saturday.
I gotta work Saturday and Sunday, but just let me know. I can. I'll be where I'll be able to link up.
Okay, that works because I'm just going to need like a count, like I'm just trying to edit some of the way we normally use it to see, and what I'm talking about, of course, is that we have already talked about doing a bigger group. Not necessarily football, but we're just going to be sitting and talking and just whatever's on people's mind type of thing. So we might try to do something along those lines within the next week or so. And we probably should do it on a different night. We probably won't do it on a Wednesday. We'll probably do it on a different night. Cool. But I will talk to you guys about that a little bit more probably this weekend. It's got to be this weekend.
It's cool.
But I don't know. I think how much time we've been? Oh, we are over an hour.
Yeah.
So for those people who did watch and stuck around and are still here, I really, really appreciate it because we had like, I mean, again, I click start the stream and I mean, I don't know what was going on. And then a week or so ago, I did have problems with OBS and it was killing my computer. I don't know why. And but it's working decent now. But yeah, we had all kinds of problems starting up today. So for those who stuck around, I really do appreciate it. And actually, I appreciate even the guys who are watching a week from today who are still here. But I believe that's about all we got. I mean, like I said, we're going to talk about at some point we'll get more into running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. I only think and I'm gonna say this. I know I get my squirrel stuff going, but for a league like in yours, Dreffel, with 14 players, 14 teams, tight end is a really tough position because there are 5 good tight ends
maybe
that you want to have, and then all the rest of them is just fill in the blank.
Fillers, yeah.
It's just like, dude, and maybe a guy breaks out, maybe,
yeah. I would say 3 and maybe 1 breaks out.
Yeah, so okay, I'm glad you said 3. So who are the 3? I'm not gonna kill it. We're about an hour, almost 20 minutes. So but you got
Kelsey,
3.
of course.
Kelsey.
Laporta has come on very, very strong.
Okay. Yep.
And this guy's name starts with an H.
H. Oh, Hodgkinson.
Hodgkinson, yeah.
Okay, so you left off Andrews.
He's up and down, but yeah. I mean, Andrews is, I guess, yeah.
Because I mean, I thought your list would be Laporta, Kelsey, and Andrews. That's what I thought. You also didn't say anything about Kittle.
I didn't. He's too up and down.
But yeah,
he's up and down. It's just they have too many starts on the team.
Yeah, I was going to say the crowd there is too big. That's the thing. They're all great guys,
right?
But who you gonna pick? Who you gonna play? So all that being said, guys, I could start this whole thing up again, but we're gonna get into it. We're just gonna sit.
Got a few weeks.
I think honestly, I feel like at some point one thing we ought to do is probably do some sort of a mock draft or something.
That sounds cool.
And because you're really just trying to figure out where guys are going to fall,
right?
What teams are going to be looking like.
Yeah. So, we can definitely do that.
So let's think on that a little bit. But other than that, we'll be back next week with either another We Talking Football, or it may just be like a bunch of us sitting around chopping it up with a few other guys. So we all got, some cats that we're going to probably invite in, and we're just going to, talk about whatever's going on. Drake may be getting kicked out of Canada because can't keep his mouth shut. Rick Ross is getting jumped at the club. I mean, all kinds of crazy things are going on. So we'll be doing some of that. So y'all got anything else? Anybody got anything else? Anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Peace out.
Peace. Till next week.